So I was
made a
tagged in this,
relationship
haven't
contract
watched
with
it
my
yet.
uncaring and weak husband. I'm worried it might backfire on me. As someone who is very religious and devoted to her faith, I am extremely unsatisfied with my husband as of right now as his actions disgust me. My husband and
Okay.
I were set up by family members almost 7 years ago. Our families are conservative and value marrying young, and we were both getting a little old, 22 and 23, to be unmarried by their standards. In the course of our marriage, a bunch of problems have developed. The problems began when he started believing that he has depression and anxiety and actually wanted
Bleeding.
to get a therapist. I don't believe that those are real things.
Oh.
Just $100 an hour to fill his head with lies about me being toxic or manipulative or whatever
What?
else. He stopped talking about
Obviously
it, but he
guilty
still
then.
clearly thinks that his problem is clinical. I made it clear that I don't want to hear about it and that he needs to man up. Another problem, he has become
That's
really
not okay to
emotionally
say
weak in
ever.
general and always seems on edge around me. We set a rule that if he starts crying, he has to leave the room so that he's not doing it in front of me or the kids. I want him to set a good example for them. My husband was thin to begin with, and he looks like he's lost at least 20 pounds.
You're
Told
not
him to get on that because
concerned?
it makes him look like less of a man and he's already short. No dice. I told him that it makes me look bad as his wife. No dice. I have to scold him into finishing his plate like he's a child. Due to all of this, he seems to be avoiding spending time with me. He takes the kids and leaves to stay at his parents' every other weekend, and often visits friends on weekends when he doesn't. Often I'll tell him not to, but he does it anyhow. This has gotten more frequent as time goes on, and now he's rarely home on weekends.
I don't
He
blame
works
him.
10:30 to 8 o'clock, and often he's not home. Until 9 or 10 at night. He says he either had to do some overtime or he went out with a friend after work. Either way, it's happening much more than it used to.
Do I even want to watch the rest of this? Like, I think it's pretty obvious why he's struggling. I don't even know what to say.